Hello everyone, Jennifer Kumar here from Authentic Journeys in this third part of a 5-part series on polishing your emails to set and maintain good impressions on global teams. We are going to be talking about formatting lists and links in an email. Now up to this point we have gotten our email draft up to this. In fact, I have taken out some of the spacing here, so let me add those spaces back. We've actually got up to this point. So now you would have seen the email come from a big blob of text to a somewhat more formatted email. Now we're going to move from this to formatting it into a list. Now, how do you feel once you saw that, blob of text, and now we've opened it up a little bit? It feels a little nicer on the eye as a reader, but this is actually a list, so we should put some bullet points or numbering here. So many people actually handwrite in the numbers, going one full stop or period, then space, and then putting their list for each line. Some people tab it in and do it, hand tabbing it in. I don't suggest all this because it doesn't work well for the person who's opening your email. They may have a different spacing set up or a different formatting typeface in their email client, and every line will look a little strange. So also, when we hand type things and we make mistakes, like in India, a lot of times I see people put the number and then a space and then the full stop and then another space, or they put the word right next to the full stop. This is not how to use punctuation. Many Indian languages may not use punctuation or not use it similar to the way English is supposed to use it. So after you put a number, the full stop has to come directly after it, or the period, and then the space, like that. Similarly, in a sentence, we would do something like this. We would not do something like this, and we would not do something like this. We have to put the full stop next to the last letter of the last word of this last sentence, and then a space after that full stop or period. So instead of this, I always suggest people to highlight the things they want to have for their list, and then they would either press bullet points or numbering. Now, if you have additional points to add under here, you could type them in. And then, actually, what I have done here is I press Shift and Return. That forces the system not to add an additional number. If I just press Return, now it's going to add another number, which I don't want. So that's an easy way you can add some extra details in here. Actually, what I want to do is add links for each of these. Now, I've done this in my email client already. You can see the formatted email here. How did I do this? So actually, when moving this text over to the email client, normally we can't move it with all of this formatting because especially Gmail client won't read it. Other email clients may read this formatting. Gmail does not. And I do pick Gmail because I do work with a lot of startup companies who tend to use Gmail or Google Apps for their business communications. So in that case, please don't do all. You can do this much formatting and cut and paste it over there. So for instance, if I just copy and paste this over here, it would look like this, and the font is too big, so I have to press Ctrl A, and or I can just highlight the text I want, change it to normal, and here we go. So then to do the formatting, I highlight the part I want to format, and then I either press numbers or bullet points. Now here added extra lines, so I can take out the extra lines here. And like I said, even in the word processing document, if I wanted to add some details under each point, if I just press return, it's just like in the Word document, it's going to add another bullet point or another number. So we can still press Shift and then enter or return, and it will not add that extra bullet point or number, and then you can type in maybe 1 or 2 sentences at the most of detail. So here I was going to add links. How to do that is I already have my blog post ready. Command A in a MacBook I'm using, and then Command C. And this one is called Small Talk Tips for International Teams. I'll find that one on my list. I highlighted Control K or Command K, then Command V, and enter or return. And for some reason, when I do that, it's taken out a space here. You always want to proofread because you want those spaces in there where they should be. So moving from small talk to business talk, we have here, and then another Command K, Command V, return or enter. It did not take out any spaces there, so that's good. And small talk tips for Americans, this is the link for that. And highlight the text, Command K, Command V, and return or enter. And there you go. There is the final email version. If you see anything I missed in the proofreading department, you can let me know, but it looks like things are fine here. Now remember our original email without any spaces here. I'm just removing the spaces. Take a look at this. How do you feel? What if you got this email in your inbox? And now look at the updated version. Now it's taken me about 5 minutes to update this. It usually does take me around 5 to 10 minutes to write a good email. You do have to put some effort into it. The more complex the emails, the longer it will take you. But I guarantee the first few times are going to be difficult. I'm not going to tell you it's all easy. If you're not used to thinking this way and doing these things and knowing all the Command K, Command V, all these things, and knowing the formatting tools in your email client, yes, it will take time to learn. Yes, please do take the time to learn it. Because what is the outcome here? Your reader will read it quicker. They will think something good about your message. They will feel something good about your message, and therefore they will do something much quicker about your message. And that is the whole point of communication. Now, once you start doing this and it becomes a habit in your mind, you will start thinking about this even before drafting an email. Nowadays, when I draft an email, I don't go through this process unless it's a complicated email and I have a lot of things to discuss. But if I was just sending this email like I would normally send an email like this to people I train, this would take me no longer than 4 or 5 minutes. It would take me more time to find the links in the blogs that I want to link up than actually writing this. Writing this might take 2 or 3 minutes and then putting in the spaces. It would take the time to get the links and add them in. So obviously, once you start doing it and getting in the habit of doing anything new takes time. Give yourself patience, but I guarantee you will see results. People see a lot of good results from adding these tips into their emails. So thanks for listening to this tutorial on formatting lists and links in an email. And hopefully I'll get to the right screen here. And keep in tune for the next video on formatting in the email client. So thanks for watching and listening, and we'll be in touch in the next video.